John Canzano.
John Canzano.
Love him.
I love him.
We've been talking about this Blazers email fiasco, and it is a fiasco. I mean, but we can't get carried away with making it the focus of everything. And I think it was important today at Blazers practice. There was something that went down that was pretty cool. And I got a text message from a listener who said, "Hey, hurry up and fill us in on this joke involving Batum because his kid's been waiting to see it." Nicolas Batum got an interview request in each of the last 3 days from a company called EnglishBaby.com. It's a downtown Portland company. I don't know what they do, but it's EnglishBaby.com. I don't know what they do, what their thing is, but they've requested an interview with Batum last 3 days. Now, last 2 days, they couldn't get that interview. Batum wasn't available. So they've been waiting, showing up every day with a camera. 2 guys show up. They never really did it. It's kind of an offbeat thing. The Blazers PR people thought, hey, this is cool. It's kind of another way to reach people. It's not exactly what we'd expect. But these 2 guys show up. So today they finally had an opportunity to have some time with Batum. Now, they get this interview, and so Batum gets out onto the court, and he's got a basketball, and they say to him, hey, look, we want you to translate slam dunk for us in French, because Batum speaks French. So we want you to translate what a slam dunk is in French. So Batum gets out on the court. One guy gets the camera. The second guy starts undressing. I'm not making this up. He starts undressing. He takes off his sweatshirt. He takes off his pants. He's got on white shoes, big orange socks that come up to like his knees. He's got on a pair of shorts, got a tank top on. He's got a headband on. He looks like the cable guy, Chip in the Cable Guy. And he's out there, and he wants Nicolas Batum to dunk on him. So he's going to stand under the basket, and Batum's going to come running full blast at him, jump into him, and just dunk all over him, and they're going to videotape it. Now, keep in mind, we've just all finished with Kevin Pritchard, and it's had this big, serious, heavy interview session has gone on in which we've talked to Kevin Pritchard and asked questions, and I have a good relationship with Pritchard. At the end of the interview, Pritchard's standing there going, that wasn't fun. I said, hey, these are the kind of days where it feels like a lot of work, for him. And he goes, no, the days where it feels like work is when we're really working on getting good players. It just wasn't any fun. And so we're having this conversation, and all of a sudden, we see this guy undressing on the court. We see Batum out there with a big smile on his face. Greg Oden, who's out on the court and happens to be sitting there, is like fully turned around watching what's going on and going, holy hell, what am I about to witness here? And the cameras are out there. The Blazers PR staff didn't like it for a variety of reasons. The only one was acceptable, but the Blazers PR staff said, no, this is not what we had in mind, and they kind of put a kibosh on it, but it was really funny. It was a funny moment. I'm trying to get the good people at EnglishBaby.com to send me some video footage of the guy, at least in his uniform, so you could all relate to how ridiculous this guy looked when he was standing there. So, I think it was a nice light moment at the end of a practice, and you had Nicolas Batum, who really wanted to dunk on the guy. Greg Oden wanted to see it. Everybody in the media wanted to see it. I'm sure Kevin Pritchard and Tom Penn and everybody was there would have loved to at least see it just to sort of break the mood. But the Blazers said, no. There's too many people waiting for interviews. Nicolas, this is what we had in mind. I think they also thought that the coaching staff wouldn't like it. The Batum out there, that's the last thing you need. Batum gets injured dunking on some geek from some local website. So that went down at the end of practice. I'm working on getting some footage of that guy doing his dunk. And we can get that put up on baldfacetruth.com or 955thegame.com. The guy who was in the goofy outfit at the Blazers practice facility, Jason, is on the phone now. I want to bring him on. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Are you still in that outfit?
I do still have the socks on because I forgot to bring other socks to work today.
All right. Tell our listeners what was going on. And you're with EnglishBaby.com, but what were you guys out there trying to do at the Blazers practice facility?
Well, we are a website that helps people learn English through conversational English, and we sometimes get celebrity guests to help give an English lesson. And so we were down there with Nicolas, who was telling us about how he learned English and telling us the meaning of slam dunk for our members. We have a lot of users in France who probably already know who he is. And then we were going to have him dunk on us only if it seemed to be going well. We'd never interviewed a Trailblazer before, so we were just going to kind of play it by ear. Nicolas seemed to be in a good mood. He said he'd be up for it, but, it turned out we it turned out to be a big no-no, and we feel really bad that we didn't ask permission ahead of time.
You know what, though? I think the Blazers were being kind of petty about that, too. I think it was a nice distraction for everybody because the mood there was very heavy. I don't know if you noticed that. You're not used to being at the practice facility, but the mood was pretty heavy. There was like a big, serious conversation going on. Then all of a sudden you start undressing. Can you describe exactly what you had on?
I have on a tank top with the English Baby logo, little blue track shorts, kind of in a 70s style, soccer socks that are bright orange all the way up to my knees, an orange headband, and white shoes.
And how did you pick that attire? I mean, it's a little Woody Harrelson, White Men Can't Jump.
That's right. Well, we actually took a trip to the Olympics, sent a small team there to make English lessons in Beijing, and that was our Olympic team uniform. So we would sort of challenge people on the street to different athletic competitions wearing those outfits.
Oh, that is tremendous. And so are you guys are you going to make another run of it? I mean, the Blazers, they shot you down, and then you guys felt bad. I mean, your cameraman said to me, hey, you know what, can you put a good word in for us? I think they're mad at us. I went over to the Blazers. They weren't mad, but I think they felt bad after you left that they had sort of squashed it. I mean, Jason Quick, the Oregonian beat reporter, he raced Dale Davis down the court one day. Nobody had a problem with that. But it ranked, we were talking about it after, probably a top 5 moment in goofy media relations moments at the Blazers practice facility.
Great.
Did you guys?
We're gonna try it again. I mean, we got enough video today from the conversation we had with Nicolas to do a lesson out of that. And if the Blazers will have us back, we'd love to come back and do something with Rudy sometime, or Sergio.
You've got to email us a picture of you in that outfit or some video of you in that outfit for sure. All right, absolutely. Hey, thanks for checking in. And when you get that conversation done, we'll check back with you, and maybe we'll direct people to see that interview.
Great. Thanks so much.
All right, that's Jason. See, a light moment. That's what we all sort of need today, John Strong. You know what I mean?
No, I think very much. I mean, of all the days they could have come out to do that, what an ironic day. One of the more, I mean, except for maybe Greg Oden's injury, beginning in the year after the opener, probably the most intense day of Blazers practice media-wise this year.